So ever since AO3 blew up in popularity during the pandemic, it's been facing more and more issues involving commenting. When AI started to become more prevalent and pervasive online, even creeping into fandom spaces, bots began to swarm the site en masse to the point where measures had to be taken to ensure user safety. Now, fanfic authors on AO3 getting spam comments is nothing new. It's been happening for a few years now. But things ramped up when AO3 users were noticing that swaths of guest comments with garbage usernames and gibberish in the body of the comment were popping up everywhere. To clarify, when you're reading fanfiction on AO3, you can either comment on the fic as a guest, where you input your own username and whatever happy message you want to give to the author, or you can comment using your AO3 account. The annoying thing about guest comments is if someone does leave a trashy or insulting comment on your fic, you can't block the person who sent it because they don't have an account. But fanfic authors can take measures to protect themselves against guest comments by only enabling registered AO3 users with accounts to comment on their fics. Because bots can't make AO3 accounts, they have to come in and comment as guests. Some fanfic authors always do this by default, but some fanfic authors like having guest comments enabled because not everybody has an AO3 account. It can take a while to get one, and some of the most loyal, regular readers can be guest commenters. They don't want to close off their works from the greater fanfic community, and they don't want to slice down the amount of comments coming in. Because for a lot of fanfics out there, the majority of comments they get are from guest commenters. You can mark comments as spam, but if it gets overwhelming, then that's when the AO3 support team has to come in. These gibberish garbage bots weren't much of a problem at first. They were annoying, but manageable. And then they started to evolve. Last year, around April Fool's Day, bots accusing writers of using AI to write their fanfics swarmed the website. Messages ranged from simple statements like saying an AI wrote this, to actually naming one of the many AI writing programs out there and saying that its usage was detected in the fic. Now obviously this left many writers in a panic, some flocking to social media to clear their name, and others even plugged or copy-pasted their fics into AI detection services. Various hypotheses were thrown about as to why this happened. Some folks thought that it could be just someone's sick idea of an April Fool's joke, and others believed that it could be more nefarious, and that AI services targeted AO3 using spam bots to then try to get writers to put their fics into AI detection services, thereby feeding them more data to train off of. After that whole debacle, we then got hit with another wave of spam bots, this time from recruiters, either trying to get AO3 users to sign up for writing communities on Discord, or scammy pay-to-read fanfiction websites. A lot of warnings from other fic readers on social media to stay clear of those. And then things started to get real bad and kind of scary when fanfic authors were getting barrages of guest comments that seemed complimentary and real ? But something was off about them. Many of these comments were showing up on fics that they haven't touched in years or finished ages ago, and sometimes the comments wouldn't quite correspond or match to the fic they were for. Like, Dead Dove Do Not Eat authors were getting messages like, "Oh, this was so heartwarming and sweet, a true masterpiece, fluff galore." Or writers of general and platonic relationship fics were getting comments like, "Oh wow, the romance in here is steamy, I can't wait to see what happens next." AI bots strike again. And you may be thinking, well, that doesn't sound so bad. I mean, it's weird, but they're nice comments at least. It's not scary. Like, these could pass as actual comments, right? But the most off-putting part of these comments is A, they often use usernames from actual AO3 users with accounts, and B, it just goes to show how refined these AI-generated comments are getting. Like, remember when they were just keyboard smashes and gibberish? Now it's getting harder and harder to tell which comments are genuine and which are fake. And some of y'all might be thinking, well, hey, a complimentary comment is still a complimentary comment. Shouldn't fanfic authors be happy regardless? Well, imagine you're a fanfic writer and you just cranked out one of the best pieces you think you've ever written. You're super proud of it, you put it on AO3, you go to bed and you wake up and you get 10 comments in your inbox and you're so excited, you go to check them out and it's the same generic message of, "Wow, so good. I love this story. Oh my goodness, so good. Write more, please." And you know something feels off about it. They're all from guest commenters, and you find out they're AI generated. That hurts. It's frustrating. You're not getting anything real out of those interactions. You know that if you get a fawning AI generated comment, it's not the same as having touched someone, another human, across the sea of the digital ether with your work. It's not genuine feedback, it's hollow and empty, and really demoralizing for some authors. On the opposite side of the generic complimenting bots, we also have generic insulting bots. And you can use your imagination for what sorts of things that those bots say, when the harassment gets so bad that even the robots do it. As a small positive though, I mean, if you're an author who gets hit by a bunch of mean comments and it turns out that those comments were AI generated, it feels nice, a weight off your shoulders, knowing that they didn't come from a real person. For theories as to why these bots were attacking, a big one is that they're evidence of AI scraping, or AO3 being mined for its data, to then feed into more AI generating programs. Some folks were thinking that this was testing and refining fake AI generating review bots, like for Google reviews, businesses, restaurant services, and unfortunately AO3 was chosen as a guinea pig testing playground.
I'm not a lab rat.
Again, it could also just be someone or a collective of people's sick idea of a joke, although I don't think it is. I'm leaning more towards this being related to some sort of AI service out there. And the most recent culmination of bots going after AO3 has been porn bots. Yay, it's like Tumblr all over again. This has been the worst one to deal with yet because these bots have figured out that they can embed images into their guest comments. So you could be enjoying the most innocent, teeth-rottingly sweet fic you've ever read in your life. You scroll down to the comments and oh wow, that's a zoomed-in pic of a Look, I want to read PWP, not get my eyes surprise blasted by it without my consent. Besides the explicit images, these bots are also sending out links to adult websites, which will definitely give your devices viruses, digital STDs, I guess. Readers and writers both were getting flashbanged, with these bots targeting any and all fics regardless of their rating. And it sucks for the fanfic writers. I mean, imagine you get a notification that someone commented on your fic. You're super excited, you go to open it up, and then, or somebody commented a mysterious link, and if you don't have common sense and are like, I wonder where this link could possibly lead me, and click on it, yeah. This got so bad that on April 21st, 2024, about a year after the April Fool's bots attacked the site, AO3 had to step in and temporarily disable guest comments. Many veteran AO3 users were flabbergasted by this because, again, this has never happened before. Many talks as to why this was happening in the first place, and ding ding ding, the answer is bot spam comments, mostly the porn ones.
Why is it always here?
There were a lot of mixed emotions going about, some fans saying that they liked having guest comments disabled because they never liked it in the first place, and others were saying that they really enjoyed having guest comments and that they were sad that they could be disabled permanently in the future. But a few days later, guest comments were turned back on, and AO3 issued a PSA to help inform users what to do when faced with spam comments. For guest commenting moving forward, AO3 put verification checks in place to make sure they're not bots. And if you're a fanfic author, they also made a change that for any new works you post on the site, the default will be that only registered AO3 users can comment on it, no longer guests and registered users. If you do want both though, then all you gotta do is go into your settings and enable it. And this also doesn't affect existing works or fanfics already posted on the website, only new ones. But besides the spam AI-focused bots though, I would be remiss to neglect the fact that a lot of spam comments are actually coming from anonymous users coming in to harass authors. As AO3 continues to grow, more and more people are coming in to read fanfics that either never read fanfic before, or they migrated from other sites, and they just don't have fandom etiquette. Or they treat AO3 like it's social media. I'm gonna cover this shift in fandom culture in depth in a future video coming soon, but I do want to make note of it now because AO3 is starting to become more and more closed off to protect itself from the spam comments, the AI scraping, the targeted harassment, and insults not coming from spam bots, but from not good people, or people who think they're good but are using that as a veneer to cover up bullying. First the DDoS attack, and now this. Things are getting wild in the archive, so I wanted to archive what's been happening here and pick your brains about it. How did you feel about guest comments being turned off? Did you like it? Did you hate it? If you're a fanfic author, do you like getting guest comments? If you're a fic reader, then do you usually comment as a guest? And what do you think of all of these spam bots coming in that may or may not have an AI agenda? And if you've been on AO3 for a long time, how do you feel that it's changed in recent years? If you'd like to see more fandom and fan culture-esque videos from yours truly, then go ahead and subscribe. And if you'd like more AO3 alerts or deep cuts, as it were, then please let me know. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.